Alright, welcome back everyone. We're going to continue where we left off in the Perfectionist demo. Alright. Here's the madman himself, Professor Phillips. Well, go tell him. You go tell him. He's playing the organ. You know Doc doesn't like to be disturbed while he's playing his organ. Okay. We'll tell him together. Okay. Excuse me, Professor. We have something to report. You are lucky that I am in a good mood. What do you want? Well, we overheard a conversation between Professor Miranda and experiment D9301902. So for future references, that's Dylan. So for now on, I'm just going to say experiment Dylan, just to make it a little shorter. So, that's why I pay you, huh? To eavesdrop on people's conversations. Professor Miranda released the experiment from his cell. What? Well, what are you two standing around for? Go get them! Yes, sir. And you better come back here later to clean the marks your boots just left on my floor. Miranda. You're just as bad as the rest of the freaks in this facility. You know what those are, right? Not really. That's a token exchange machine. Let's check it out. Wait, I don't even know what tokens are. Tokens are really valuable. They can be used to make purchases in these token exchange machines. Welcome to the token exchange machine. What would you like to purchase? Alright. Yeah, so these machines are scattered throughout the floors. I believe there's 2 per floor. These are pretty much the shops in the store. So we're gonna get another defibrillator and 2 of these. These restore the SP by 25%. They come in really handy. Uh-oh. We must have been compromised. Gulp. What now? There are bound to be soldiers patrolling around. We should try our best to avoid their line of sight. Oh, I guess that's not too bad. Well, I see a soldier over there. Let's go around them. Uh-oh. What's that? I've never been in a fight before. Well, luckily I have. There's really not much to it. So we're gonna skip the tutorial for now. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. Don't worry. Just follow my lead and let's work together. So we don't have any SP yet, so we can't really use our specials. So we're gonna try to rack some up. You do restore your SP by both attacking with your default attack, guarding, as well as being attacked. What the heck was that? I forgot to mention that those blue tiles may trigger security if they're stepped on. Terrific. So I know one complaint with RPGs is the random encounters. So I tried to work around that and give the player some options. So blue tiles here trigger random encounters. And if you want to try to avoid that, you can try your best and sneak around the guards. The guards, however, especially when you first start the game, their weapons do a lot more damage, and they can take a lot more hits. So so they're quite challenging. However, you do get a lot of tokens out of them, and you have a higher chance of getting some pretty good weapons and armor from them as well. So it depends. It's a fair trade-off, but I would try to avoid them in the beginning at least. Someone's in here. Well, that's my cue to get out of here. Alright, we're going to avoid you. What's there? Cafeteria. Alright. Nothing strange here. Welcome. What would you like to buy? Go for some french fries. And go for a protein shake as well. Might come in handy. Calm down. Everything is in order. We're just picking up some lunch for the professor. That stare down. Alright. I obviously offended her, so let's move away. Doberman. We're gonna have to come back here later. Can't get this thing now. Yep, no authorization. We need the Doberman key card. So to keep track if you ever get lost with your objectives, just go to objectives. It tells you what you need and like the steps and rewards that you do get. See, this Doberman's working out here. I'm gonna increase the treadmill speed, and this healthy little Doberman here will give us a token out of it. What the? Lazy mutts. Okay. Distracted for now, so we're gonna go on out of here. Now we need a storage key card. Sneak past this guy. No problem. Some more help bots here. Greetings. Would you like to purchase a map of the first floor? It will be very useful to you, and it only costs 1 token. Thank you. Here you go. Nice. So we can access that from the key items page. There you go. So in case you ever get lost and you forget where to go, or where certain labs or rooms are, you just pull up the map that you have for that floor, and it'll give you a little schematic of where to go. And I apologize, but access to the lower levels is prohibited for the demo. No problem. Okay, sneak past guard number 2. Alright. Robotics. This becomes a really handy room. There's a lot to this room. For one, you do get some tokens. Bruce. Condition needs further updating. Weapons and ammo is completely reloaded. Status on pursuit of Experiment Dylan. Great. Another thing after me. The Hunter. Condition fully upgraded. Weapons and ammo completely reloaded. Status on pursuit of Experiment Dylan. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Especially once you're actually confronted. Alright, so this little inconspicuous thing over here. This stool looks like it'll come in handy. You are totally right, Dylan. Over here we have a little preview and some foreshadowing of some of the robots that you'll actually be facing. This one here you actually fought. This is the Dozer. This is the first enemy you found. They're the weakest of the bunch. They're also the fastest, but nothing really to worry about. They're slightly more upgraded versions. Dozer's elites. They just have a few more updates. A little faster than their regular counterparts. A little stronger as well. Seisma bots here, not much of a threat offensive-wise. Defensive-wise, however, they work as great support characters for the enemies. They like to stun. They can also generate shields, and they're just a little annoying to deal with, but give them some good hits and they'll be out of your way. Poweroids are the upgraded versions of Seismobots, and they essentially work as power-ups. They upgrade their fellow robotic counterparts, and that can become very troublesome, especially if you're facing a robot that's already strong enough, and then you have these Poweroids powering them up. That can be really dangerous, so I would recommend taking these guys out first. Chompers here are one of my favorites. You don't actually encounter them in the demo, but they're gigantic garbage disposals that were turned into security robots. Brutes are, I'd say, the toughest enemy in the game outside of boss battles. You don't encounter them in the demo as well, but once you do encounter them, you're going to be in for a treat. RSUs, we're going to leave that as it is, a little mystery here. And power nodes. There's a feature in the game, and actually this help bot down here mentions it, so we're going to go talk to him. And sneak around this guy, because I don't want to fight him. I do want to grab this wrench that's here, though. Welcome to the robot upgrade machine. In this machine, you may use nodes to apply upgrades to a robot's stats and skills. Unfortunately, to use this machine, the robot you wish to upgrade must be present. I apologize for any inconvenience. A robot, huh? Hey, why don't you tag along? I was not built for fighting. I am merely here to help and assist. When you find a robot that is better suited for fighting, come back here and I shall upgrade it. So essentially, when you do find a robot to join your party, you can use these power nodes to upgrade them in this little machine here. Sorry about that, just jotting down some notes. We got a wrench, and we're actually going to give this to Miranda. It doesn't do too much more damage, but it has a high critical hit ratio, so those really come in handy. I've had that multiple times where I'm facing off against a boss, and he's about to finish me off, but one good critical hit comes in, and he's gone. Okay. It's not worth it. Let's see. Let's over this way. Android lab. Okay, good. This one's unlocked. Whoa. It looks just like me. So these logs here, you'll see them in most of the labs and rooms. These are essentially the notes written by Professor Phillips, and it gives you a little rundown as to the experiments that are going on in that room, and a little preview as to what really goes on in this facility. Out of all the experiments and criminals I have experimented on throughout the years, Experiment Dylan is by far my favorite. His combat skills and pain resilience make him a unique being. If only he wasn't an imperfect criminal, I could have used him as my personal bodyguard. With this in mind, I figured, why not create a perfect version of him? So I did. And since Android Dylan has some of his DNA, he is able to exhibit all of his abilities and more. Unfortunately, with all this power, I have not been able to properly activate it yet. Thus, I created 3 power cell ports which are connected to the Android. When all 3 power cells are put into their ports, Android Dylan will be activated. I've decided that until Chemical P has been created, I will store the 3 power cells away for safekeeping. They are each, however, hidden throughout this facility. Sledgehammer is actually one of my favorite weapons in the games. Does a lot of damage, slows you down a bit, but I believe it's a pretty good trade-off. Also, you have a slight chance of stunning enemies once you hit them, which comes in handy, and you'll come into some segments where you'll see crates blocking certain items or pathways, and with the sledgehammer, you'll actually be able to break right through them and clear a path. We're definitely gonna equip that. I'm gonna save the game too. Had too many times where I died in the game whether it be in battle or by a puzzle or a stage hazard, and have to start over from where I last left off. There's too much gas in the air. It's too dangerous to go on without some sort of protection from the gas. Oh, okay. See, I would fight this guy, but he's gonna give me a run for my money. I think I'm only level 1, yeah. Alright, there we go. Oh, God, okay. That was close. Alrighty. If you show me 2 code pages, I will let you enter Catherine's cell. Okay. Alrighty, so Catherine is another party member that we can actually save. Medical lab. How did you get out of your cell? That's none of your business. But listen, I won't rat you out. I don't want any trouble. Hey, as long as you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Huh, oh, okay. Well, you look like a decent fellow. Do you mind if I ask you a favor? What's in it for us? Well, I could unlock that door for you, so you can enter that room. There's some pretty useful stuff in there. Alright, what do you need? Well, I'm trying to create a chemical that will completely heal someone's health, take away any status ailments, and restore some SP. To create the chemical, I'll need 3 things. A large test tube, some healing gel, and the purifying solution. Alright, we'll be back. Touched it. Okay. Alright, we need another storage key card. I think that's 2 objectives that need the same key card. And the failure lab, okay. So we need some key cards to collect. Biology lab. Okay. Whoa. What's with all the animals? This is the biology lab, and here we are trying to create new healing gels as well as combine human and animal DNA. Oh, that sounds pretty cool actually. Yeah, so you got some animals over here. Sorry guys, wish I could free you. Same time, I wouldn't want you to attack me. Danger. Danger. Escaped experiment has been identified. Activate attack protocol. Can we talk about this? Lot. Benefits of the sledgehammer. So I'm gonna sucker punch this guy, hopefully, so he won't heal again. There we go. Chumps. Alright, so let's just collect this item over here. Nice, a defibrillator. I'm actually going to stop the recording for now. We're approaching 20 minutes, but we will be right back in the next video. Alright, thanks for watching.